Here's the thing about All the Queen's men that I don't think gets enough credit. These actors, specifically the men who play the dancers of Club Eden, they've built individual brands that are so strong, so recognizable, so wanted by the audience that when the production world around them started shaking, they didn't fall with it. While everybody was watching the drama unfold on their timelines, the men of Club Eden packed their bags and they hit the road. We're talking about a show that's in active legal chaos, a creator and a lead actor in a cease and desist situation, right? A studio beef that has gone public, a platform switch that nobody saw coming. And somehow, in the middle of all of that, Michael Bolwaire, Keith Swift, Dion Rome, Jeremy Williams, and others, they're pulling up to venues all across the country, filling up rooms, and giving fans a live Club Eden experience that the show itself never could. Today, we're going to get into what the All the Queen's Men Male Revue Tour actually means, and why you need to be watching Season 5 on June 10th with a completely different set of eyes. Let's get into it. Michael Bolwaire, I think it's Bolwaire. He didn't become famous as Doc, he became famous as Bolo, the man who shut down the Real Housewives of Atlanta bachelorette party before this show ever existed. And way before that, because he was already famous, right, on YouTube. Now, this show gave him character. This is one of the shows that gave him character. And the audience gave him a career. And Michael understood the difference. He understood the difference between the two. And of course, he's one of the dancers doing these live shows in a city near you. They're giving fans an experience, a memory, a moment of proximity that no streaming platform can manufacture. And then those same fans, they go home emotionally activated and they stream the final season with a completely different level of investment, right? And as a show creator myself, that's not just smart. I know that this is a masterclass in audience ownership that the show itself never fully figured out. And this is actually the part that genuinely fascinates me. All the Queen's Men is ending, right? 5 seasons, June 10th on Paramount Plus. 2 episodes are going to be dropped on premiere day, and then it's going to air weekly through the mid-season finale on July 22nd. And yes, there is a legal storm swirling around it, as we all know. You know, the creator is in a credit dispute, the cease and desist, a platform move from BET Plus to Paramount Plus, the very public fallout between the man who built the show and the man who actually starred in it. And I'm not here to rehash the timeline because we already know this. But I do want to mention how this show was structured and why the actors who went on tour may have understood something about their own situation before anyone else did. When a production doesn't protect its creator, it usually doesn't protect its cast either. You know, the people who survive that, who come out with their brand intact, with a fan base that's still riding for them, are the ones who built something outside the show while they were building something inside as well. Now, the ones who understood that Club Eden was the address, but their personal brand was the actual house. And I really hope that this is making sense. But there's one question that I keep coming back to, the one that I want you to sit with as you watch Season 5. Who on that screen built something that survives the show and who didn't? And let me tell you something right now. We will probably never, ever know all of what goes on behind the scenes, even though we get a peek, you know, behind the curtain sometimes. But listen, there are people that reach out to me, guys. Happening. So before I go down that rabbit hole, let's just go ahead and talk about what happened on the last episode. Madam got shot. Eden is in chaos, of course. The shooter is still unidentified. And every person in that cast is walking into a final season carrying everything that happened on screen. Now, here's what I want you to watch for. Watch the dancers. Watch how they move through scenes together. These are men who have been in rooms, on stages, in front of live audiences together and separately while their production was publicly falling apart. Whatever tension exists, whatever loyalty held, whatever lines got drawn, it's in their bodies. It lives in the performance whether they intend it to or not, right? That's just how performances work. You can't fully separate what you've lived from what you're portraying. Now, watch Madam's world close in on her. The official log line for Season 5 says opportunists emerge from every corner, ready to exploit the chaos and dismantle the empire she built. And I just need you to register how close that is to what actually happened off screen. The empire, the chaos, the opportunist, sometimes the fiction and the reality rhyme so closely it becomes its own kind of art imitating life, right? And watch for the ending, because this show ends not on a cliffhanger, not with the tune in next season. This is the finale of the whole story. And the man who created it, wrote it, and built it from its own book is already working on what comes next. Something else, somewhere else, right? With people who will celebrate what he made. Now, season 5 isn't just a season, it's a closing statement. And the people delivering it know exactly what it costs. And I think that this is a very, very smart move on Christian Keyes' part. Instead of throwing us into another dramatic field storyline with new characters, new people, because there is no replacing Madam. Let's just be clear. But, I think that the prequel was definitely the move to make, the direction to go, and that will keep us glued because no one knows that story except him, right? And here is where I land in all of this. All the Queen's Men, as a production, as a show inside a specific studio deal on a specific platform, it's ending. The chapter is closing, right? But the world that Christian Keyes built from a book that he wrote himself, that's not ending. Prequels, spin-offs, new studios, new streaming homes. He said it himself. The All the Queen's Men universe continues. And the cast who built real audience relationships, they're already on stages proving it, right? The show is closing, the brand is on tour, and the fans, the ones buying tickets to the Revue shows, the ones who are going to Paramount Plus on June 10th, are the reason that both of these things are simultaneously true. And that's what audience ownership actually looks like. That's what happens when the people in front of the camera build something real enough to outlast whatever is happening behind it. So let's show up June 10th, guys. Go watch it. Don't walk, run. Run to Paramount Plus. Go ahead and get your subscription so that we can tune in and come back here and talk about it. And those are just my thoughts. Let me know what you're thinking about the return of All the Queen's Men and all the drama that's coming along with it. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. And if you're a fan of All the Queen's Men like I am, then go ahead and sub to the channel for more videos just like this one. Thank you so much for tuning in today, you guys, to Ruthless TV. And I'm going to see you on the next one.